Dawn. Let's get you started with cleaning and maintaining your Smith & Wesson M&P 9mm semi-automatic pistol. The first thing that you're going to need is a cleaning kit. My suggestion is you buy one kit that has a nice case or box, or if you have a case or box that you'd like to use as your cleaning kit and keep all of the pieces in it, that works. My cleaning kit is here. It's a little bit more extensive than what you need. So what you need is a good gun oil. Not a whole lot of gun oil, a good gun oil. It's a light oil that doesn't evaporate over time. And then you need a bore cleaning compound. You can either use Hoppy's number 9, which is an old standby. You can use a Remington bore cleaner, any number of different bore cleaners. I believe up at the Communel's gun shop, he sells Ballistol, which is also another good cleaner and lubricant. You then need a couple of toothbrushes, different toothbrushes. You need a bore brush. This is a brass bore brush, but you need a bore brush, and of course then you need a cleaning rod. And along with a cleaning rod you need a thing called a jag. You need a jag. You have a 9mm gun. I would suggest you don't get a 9mm jag because the jag doesn't fit too good in that. I have a 9mm jag. These are jags. You can see they have a point and they're round. You put this on the end of the cleaning rod like so. Then you take a patch. You have to have patches. You take a patch. You put bore cleaner or oil on the patch, and then you run the patch through the bore. You do that after you've cleaned it with the brass bore brush. That's the first thing you do, is take the brass bore brush. You have to get it in the caliber of the gun you have. So you need a 9mm brass bore brush, and then you put bore cleaner on it. You run it through the bore. I'll show you how. And then after you've loosened up all the carbon, then you take it off and you put on a jag and you push the patches through. So there's not much that you need. Now the first thing we're going to do, and I forgot to do that, is I'm going to put on rubber gloves. There's two reasons why I'm going to use rubber gloves. One is I don't want to get my hands all dirty and absorb the different liquids that I'm using, and two, I don't want to get any fingerprints or of any of my skin oil on the gun because it could cause rust. So we're using rubber gloves. Okay. Now I'm going to take the 9mm Smith & Wesson M&P. It's going to be this way. It may even be with the magazine inserted. So here it is. We pick this up assuming it's loaded. We don't want to laser anybody with the barrel, with the muzzle, because we assume it's loaded, and anything that you laser with this you could destroy. So the first thing we do is we point it in a safe direction. We have the magazine release is right here. So here's the magazine release. We press the magazine release and the magazine comes out. It's an 8-round magazine. We look, we make sure that the magazine is empty. There's no ammunition in the cleaning area, ever. Ammunition is gone. Magazine's empty, we set it aside. We have a firearm. As far as I'm concerned, it's loaded. Even if I checked it to make sure it was empty and handed it to you, you would assume it's loaded and I made a mistake. So what you're going to do is, here's the slide release lever right here. It's on the left side of the firearm. You're going to take your thumb and push up on it. You'll feel it moves a little bit. And then you're going to reach over the top and grasp the top of the slide, and with your right hand you're going to push forward, and with your left hand you're going to push to the rear. At the same time you're going to be pushing up with your thumb and it locks the slide to the rear. Then you're going to look inside the chamber, you're going to look down the magazine well, and you're going to take your little finger and you're going to put it in the chamber to make sure it's empty. You're going to look and you're going to feel to make sure this gun is empty every time you pick it up. Okay, so now we've looked, we feel, it's empty. Now we want to disassemble it. Here, right here, this forward lever is the disassembly mechanism. You push it down as far as it will go. Push it down as far as it will go. When you've done that, hold the slide and release the slide lock lever back here. Release it. Oh, I'm sorry, wait a minute. Back here. Release it, push it down. I had to push the slide to the rear a little bit to take the pressure off of it. Push it down, and then you hear it click, and then the slide comes forward. Squeeze the trigger all the way. Put your thumb underneath. There's a spring under here. Put your thumb underneath the spring. Take it off. Set the receiver and the mechanism down. Take the slide. Turn it over. Here's the spring. Be careful. It might shoot away. Grab the spring. Lift it up. Take it out. Lay it down. Now you've got the barrel. Lift it up, take it a little bit forward, lift it up, and then bring it out and lay it down. Now you've got the slide. Lay it down. When you've done this, when this is complete, you will have 5 parts. 1, the magazine. 2, the receiver and the mechanism. 3, 4, 5. Right here is the ejector. When the slide works, when it comes to the rear, the empty case hits this and flies out. This is a safety. There's a safety on the trigger, and this is another safety back here. These safeties I'll explain to you in greater detail when we get together on the 29th. But let's talk about cleaning this puppy. We take some bore cleaner and we just put a couple of drops on a toothbrush, and then we start to scrub this slide. Make sure you get in the grooves. Now, this is what's called the face of the slide, or the bolt. You don't want any foreign material, oil, bore cleaner, powder, dirt, to get up into that firing pin hole. So when we clean the face of the bolt, we clean it this way. So the face of the bolt is down, we clean it this way. Clean it this way. You're cleaning it, everything is down. And then after we've scrubbed it, then you're going to take patches or an old t-shirt and wipe it all down. Make sure you wipe the outside, the inside. Make sure you get into the grooves. I actually have a couple of dentist's picks that I use. Where's the dentist pick? Here it is. Dentist picks that I use with patches to make sure that I get into the grooves. You can get stuff like this at the gun shop or Tractor Supply or Harbor Freight. It's cheaper actually to buy a lot of this stuff at Harbor Freight because it's just cleaning material. When you go to the gun shop, it's gun cleaning material, and they charge you more money. So after you get this all clean, scrubbed, wiped down, you put it aside. And you take the spring, take your patch, wipe the spring down. Now we've got the barrel. We have to clean the barrel. So we take the cleaning rod, we take the brass bore brush, we start from the back. You don't want to mess with the front end, that's the accurate end. So you start from the back and you put some bore cleaner on it, and I'm not going to bother putting bore cleaner on it because this gun's clean. And then you run the patch through, the bore brush through about 10 times. Wipe this off and take this off. Put on the jag. Get a clean patch from the back and force the patch through. It'll be filthy. Turn it over. Use the other side. Force it through again. Several times. You might want to put some bore cleaner on it. Force it through several times until it comes out pretty clean. This one had stuff on it, but as you can see, it's pretty clean. Once that happens, get a clean patch. Put 1 or 2 drops of oil, just 1 or 2 drops, boop boop of oil, and run it through. Then you're done. Take your scrub brush, scrub the outside, wipe it off, set it aside. Take your magazine. Take a patch with some bore cleaner on it or with some oil and just wipe it down. But you want everything to be wiped down with oil, but you don't want a large amount of oil on them. These guns work much better if they're dry, as opposed to the old days when they used to lubricate them a lot. Then you take your receiver, you put a little bore cleaner on the works, you take your toothbrush, you scrub it all up, then you take your patches and you wipe it off. And the only thing that you would want to do here, the only oil that you would put on this entire thing here is right here. 1 drop. That's all. 1 drop. That's the mechanism that works. 1 drop. That's all you do. So then once you're finished, and this of course is a polymer, so you wipe it off, but you don't put any lubrication or anything on it. Once you're done, and as you can see, the gun's clean. I started out with a clean gun. So now we're going to put it back together again. Okay? So let's put it back together again. We have the slide. Lay the slide down. Take the barrel. Put the barrel in so that the lugs are up and to the right. The bolt on the barrel, the rear of the slide, is in my right hand. The front is in my left hand. So you take the front of the barrel, you put it into the front of the slide, push it in, it'll drop, take it to the rear. Take your spring. Be careful, if it hits somebody, you might hurt them. Put it into the circle on the top of the slide, pick it up, and squeeze it until it drops down. There's a half moon indentation for it. It fits right into that half moon. Now, keep your thumb on it. Turn it over. Keep your fingers on it. Pick up the lower portion. There's 2 grooves here. Here's your 2 rails here. Put them in. There's 2 rails back here. Make sure it goes in. Now, when it goes all the way, you're going to use the same motions that you did in reverse. You're going to push the slide to the rear and push up on the slide lock. You ready? Here we go. Pushing with the right hand, pushing with the left. Push all the way. Slide lock up. I'm not getting it. It's not going. Squeeze the trigger. That was my problem. To the rear, there it is. I squeezed the trigger, that reset it, and there we go. Oh, now I know what the problem was. Okay, hold on a second. Let me take it off. Forgot. Down in here, underneath the ejector, there is a little Z-shaped piece of metal. A little Z-shaped piece of metal. That little Z-shaped piece of metal, it's hinged. When it's down, it's a safety. when it's down, see it right there, when it's down, this gun mechanism doesn't work. And it also won't go back together correctly. So what you do is you make sure that little piece is up. That releases the mechanism. That enables me to slide this in all the way, finger here, bingo. It's locked to the rear. Then you take the disconnect, push it all the way around. Take it, point it in a safe direction, pull it to rear, push here, pull, push, using this thumb. Now do this a couple of times. Make sure it works. Hit it from the back, squeeze the trigger, pull it. It works. It's together correctly. There is a safety here. The safety should be off all the time you're doing this. You've just done a function check, by the way. All right. Pushing with this hand, pulling with this hand works much easier. I know it's a hard gun to work, but push and pull, push and pull. Now you should just pull and let it go. Pull, let it go. Hit the rear, squeeze the trigger, it goes clunk. It's good to go. Take the magazine, you've cleaned it. It's not oily, but you've cleaned the fingerprints off of it. Take the magazine, and you can insert the magazine into the bottom of the pistol, and you're good to go, you're done. I think that will get you going and get you ready for the 29th. Look forward to seeing you then.